Well, good morning, everyone. Do you need more proof that NFL Blitz is coming from Arcade1up? But this one is really funny. I think this might be one of the first times where there's like a leak in the home arcade space, and it actually comes from evidently who they're partnering with. Let's check it out. So over here on Twitter, we got a number of tweets going on. A lot of people are interested in this topic about Deion Sanders is being, let's see, they were tweeted at this whole concept of, you know, did Deion Sanders just leak the Arcade1up NFL Blitz? That is the question. But if you take a look at what's behind him, you can clearly see a home arcade product that apparently just says Blitz, which is interesting because we had earlier confirmation of Blitz through the FCC filing. Now, what's interesting, if you don't know, the FCC filing is only for cabinets that are going to have Wi-Fi capabilities. So what we believe is that NFL Blitz is going to be like the NBA Jam cabinet or like the X-Men cabinet, where it's a 4-player cabinet that has Wi-Fi capabilities, you know? Hopefully that'll be more than just leaderboard. I would assume the entire idea would be you can play against you know, your opponents in the game, like more like NBA Jam. But let's take a look. This is coming from Instagram on Deion Sanders' official Instagram. If you look at the video here, you can see just right behind there. You will see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. What can we make out? Look, that's an Arcade1up speaker grill for sure, right? That's a clear sign of the, I want to say it's the 4-player cabinet. You can't really tell because you can't see behind him below, but we know that's a 4-player game. An interesting thing people are spotting out, though, about this is how it doesn't appear to have the NFL logo on it. Although, we go back to the name on the FCC, it does say NFL Blitz there. I don't know if that's a change, or maybe it's called NFL Blitz, but just the marquee doesn't have the NFL logo on it. Maybe NFL didn't mind it being on the name, but they do mind it being physically on the cabinet. I'm not really sure, and that's interesting. If they removed it from the marquee, will it still be in the gameplay? Let's check out this video again, see if we can... man. Here's what's interesting is, you know, is this on-purpose marketing, or did they send Deion Sanders... Like, is he going to be doing the reveal similar to Shaq or something like that? I don't really know. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this particular thing. Are you excited about the evidently imminent NFL Blitz? There's more and more evidence coming out. If Arcade1up is trying to slow down the leaks and be in control of their pre-orders and announcements as they've tried to do in the past, they continue to fail. Maybe they gotta sample. There's another piece of this. This tells us that they're in the phase of they're sending out samples, right? This is more than just a styrofoam version of the cabinet. Do you know what I mean? It's like that is a physical cabinet behind him that he probably can play. Let's see. Is there gameplay? There's gameplay. That's active screens right there. You can kind of see. Let's see. What is that above here? But everything, it looks like it's going to have black bordering. It's going to have that blue trim, and it's going to say Blitz at the top. That's what we can pull from it. It's not much, but I think it's incredible that Deion Sanders, he's the one that revealed it. Not Shaq, not Michael B. Eat your heart out, Michael B. The entire leak. You know, I've been reading a lot of jokes on different YouTube content creators. 19K Fox made a post earlier about this. And I think it was Nooner that was like, he was like, you know, Deion Sanders stole the thunder from Michael B. and Shaq. And if you don't know the joke, it's because when Arcade1up unveiled the new Shaq edition of NBA Jam, Michael B. was sure, he was certain that Shaq was going to unveil NFL Blitz. He was like, it's going to be NFL Blitz. Nothing else makes sense. All the leaks point to they got Shaq to unveil the NFL Blitz. But it doesn't appear that's the case because Deion Sanders is essentially gonna be the. I think he's gonna be the spokesperson, right? Like, why would he have a cabinet? It must be some type of a marketing thing. This has to be associated with marketing. They gave him a unit. They want him to. Yeah, that's right. Michael B is never gonna live this down. I think once they kick off the marketing, he's probably gonna be talking about it like on his Instagram, or maybe this is the beginning of the marketing from Arcade1up. Maybe they did this all on purpose. I mean, come on, he had to know that the cabinet was behind him and he was under embargo, right? Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm making the video they wanted me to make, Arcade1up. It's kind of interesting. I don't know, but let me know if you're excited about the idea of playing NFL Blitz in your home arcade. I'd love to hear what you guys think. We are live right now, so we're taking feedback and chat right now. Chat, what am I saying? We're taking chat. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this topic right here. We'll be live for a little bit more. And then if you missed this, you're watching on the replay, comment down below. Let's see what the audience has to say about it. A question from King Kong. Is that a regular arcade and not a 1-up? Here's the thing, man. If you look closely at it, let's answer that question. I think this is an arcade 1-up. Here's the proof, man. Come on, man. The speaker grill. If it's not an arcade 1-up, it's trying to look like an arcade 1-up, right? Because a real NFL Blitz doesn't have the speaker grill looking like that. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. So I think that's a real arcade 1-up. King Midas is saying he would love a Blitz. It's not. It's on the FCC. It is real. That is right. That is absolutely right. So if you take a look, let's see. I have that pulled up on. Yeah, right here. So here's a picture of the FCC filing NFL Blitz with riser, arcade 1-up Blitz with riser, and stool arcade 1-up. Directly from, this is a Reddit article, but this was a snapshot of the FCC article. It is real. They are coming out, but the question is, you know, is what's behind Deion Sanders in this Instagram message, is that the arcade 1-up? Everything tells me it is. Everything tells me that this is 100%. See? King Kong is like, wow, right? Good eyes. Let's see. So we got Billy saying, I got an arcade 1-up. Look to it just to the quick view. I got an arcade 1-up. Look to it just from the quick view. Yeah, I got an arcade 1-up look. I get it. It's got an arcade 1-up look. I can't read this morning. It's got an arcade 1-up look just from a quick view. Tyler V with the super chat. Maybe a modded cab? Jam grids are diff place. The jam grids are diff place. I don't know. It feels right. But see, if you were going to have a modded cabinet, you know, why? A custom job? I don't know. A custom job or a partnership with Arcade1up? I mean, that's the question. Is it a custom job or is it a partnership with Arcade1up? And people are saying the speaker grills are different. Like, here's the thing. The speaker grill, there is no speaker grills on some of these arcade 1-ups, right? It's just wood, right? It's just... Yeah, I'm looking at my Star Wars, and it's got a hole in the center, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes in the circle. See? Hole in the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. I counted the first one again. So it's the same. It's the same speaker grill, right? Yeah, and I'm looking at my Star Wars. The speaker grill is right, you know, the monitor ends there, goes there. It's probably a 17-inch monitor. Come on, guys. It feels like you're messing with me now. You're like, it's not real, but... Joe says it's real and it's spectacular. NBA Jam grill speakers are above the screen down firing? Let's take a look. Let's see. So we're going to go to Arcade1up. We're on the hunt, guys. We're on the hunt. We're like, is this more like the NBA Jam? You know, where are the speaker grills? We got to figure out where these speaker grills are, right? So here's the NBA Jam cabinet. Okay, so that's true. Like, yeah, for sure the speakers are here. But we don't believe it's going to be this form factor. It's going to be more like the X-Men, you know, because X-Men is their newer form factor. Ooh, wait a second. This is interesting. You guys are right. You guys are right. Like the X-Men is more, the speakers are more flat and up here. But on this one more resembles like the Star Wars behind it, where there's a okay guys, what's going on? Do we have a new form factor, or is this a custom job? This is interesting because this looks more like the Yoga Flame, or maybe it's a newer Midway style, but a 4-player version. Because if you look at, let's look at the Mortal Kombat version. That's got speaker grills like this. See? That's got the, maybe this is a new form factor. This is good. Everyone's got some really good eyes out there. So if you take a look at the Mortal Kombat, see, the speaker grills are right there. I don't think we can really get much of a zoom in on there. I'll try to zoom in just here. Let me open it into a new tab. Come on. What do you mean blocked? Open image and new tab. There we go. That was weird. Okay, so let's take a look at it. See the speaker grill, how it's got you got this panel here. That's on the Mortal Kombat, which is Midway. And then the Deion Sander edition. Yeah. Okay, it's either a custom job or it's a new 4-player form factor. I'm trying to put it all together. What are all the possibilities? What could it be? Could it be they wanted to give him a unit that he could play with the emulation? So they gave him a Mortal Kombat No, this is... See, what I've heard before is that I'd heard from a retailer, or it's not really a retailer, it's a distributor, that NFL Blitz is real, that he'd seen it, and it looked more like X-Men. So I took that information as accurate, and that it was going to look more like the X-Men cabinet and not a new form factor. But maybe this is proof that we have a new 4-player form factor that is the latest generation. This is a 22... Okay, this is either a custom job or it's a 2022 edition of a 4-player cabinet, which is actually really cool. That means NFL Blitz wouldn't look like X-Men. It would look like Mortal Kombat. It would have that Midway shape. That's good. That's good, guys. This is really good. Like Michael Evans is right here in the chat saying, that's a legit NFL Blitz. That's exciting. That's really cool. Okay, Hobby Hand says, could also be a test cab from 1UP, not the final design, to just test the emulation. That could be true, but I'm really hoping that what we're actually seeing is a glimpse of a new form factor. A glimpse of a new form factor. That's what I want. How many months till NFL Blitz is released? Does anyone in the chat recall that? I don't have that offhand. I want to say NFL Blitz is this year. And was it closer to the end of the year? October, November, December, perhaps? And would they want to tie it in with a kickoff of a football season? How exactly would they do that? We know there has been some talks of delays from the Arcade1up cabinets. We got Nick saying it's November. Constorm says it's October. Distillery Gaming says it's November 15th. And even if you were going to do a November 15th, like, is that a pre-order? Is that when they make the announcement? King Kong is saying October. We're all over the place, guys, with these dates. But I think everyone's saying it is a couple months away. So if it were a couple months away, would we have a sample unit by July? I don't think so. I think the sample units would come only 6 weeks to 2 months, 2 months, 6 weeks-ish before an actual cabinet release. That's what we've seen in the past. Bill's Retro Gaming Show, he says, Gamefly Leaks had it at November 15th. All right, so November 15th, Goofy Foot with the jokes of the day. He says, you and 19K Fox are stealing Shaq and Michael B's thunder. So good. I knew that was coming, Goofy Foot. That's a good joke. I saw that you posted that on 19K Fox. I think that is hilarious. But Stringer Films, he says with the super chat, so it's primed and waterproof. And if you look closely at the video, you can actually prove that the only area that water can get in is in the speaker grill. So I think we're good. It's primed. It's waterproof, but not completely. Like if you fully submerge the cabinet up to the speaker grills, that water's going to link in. Andrew says, this is interesting. No NFL logo on the marquee. Makes me wonder if we get generic teams. Sure, they remove other logos, but they didn't do it with NBA Jam. So does it make sense to do it with Blitz? There has been some theories out there. I don't really know what the accurate answer is, but let's take a look at the theory. The idea is on the physical marquee, if it were to have the NFL logo, man, can we open this in a new tab or something and we could just like frame by frame this, but Instagram doesn't appear to be able to frame by frame this. I'm gonna see if I can steal this real quick. Let's see. How does Instagram manage their videos, right? Is it it's somewhere inside there. They got this masked over something. This would take too long to figure out. I'm gonna try to rip it one of these days, or maybe after this. So check this out. What is the idea? The logo, let's take a look at the gameplay. And it's interesting because will they have the logo inside the gameplay? Like the NFL logo is all over the game, inside the game. Will they just kind of replace the NFL logo? Now, the reason why is some people have said that NFL doesn't really want to be connected to NFL Blitz because of the violence. And there could be that. That could be a possibility. The other piece of the... Let's see, I got too many screens going on. Let me remove this. The other piece of the puzzle is that it just costs too much to have the logo on the merchandise. So keep in mind, this is a merchandising product that's going to be sold at retail, and the licenses for the physical unit and the licenses for inside the gameplay, I think they could be different, right? You got to go to NFL for sure to get the sign-off on it for their branding. But what I've heard in the past is like even Midway... with their logos, or like KI, if you could get different logos on top of that, you know, on the cabinet itself from the different branding perspective to make it look more like the original. In some cases, if someone owns the rights to the game, then obviously they got to be paid a license percentage deal for, you know, the redistribution of that game. So that's out there. But in other cases where it's just like branding and logo, what I've heard in the past, it's like a one-time fee. You know, they want tens of thousands of dollars to be able to put the logo on the product. And so it could be the case that to save money, Arcade1up, or look at it another way, NFL Blitz, or NFL, the company NFL, wanted to charge a certain amount, or just would not even release the ability for them to put it on the cab. I don't really know. Maybe this is something that we'll learn more about from John D and Arcade1up as they start to admit that this is a real cabinet. Like closer to the announcements, we can be like, hey, you know, why did you go with this? Why do you go with that? And a lot of times they're transparent. I want to say, I'm hesitant to say they're always transparent, only because I talked to John behind the scenes and he's like, hey, we can't talk about that. And I'm like, why? And he goes, like, it's a contract that we have with the other company that we can't mention any terms of this agreement. And sometimes the contract is really loose. Like, it doesn't have any, like, embargoes or withholding of information. And sometimes the contracts are, like very specifically, like, this contract cannot be talked about. And he's like, hey, you know, people that are involved in these contracts do watch these streams, so it's like we can't talk about it, right? So I don't know. But I think in this one, when it comes to logos and partnerships, in the past, he's been like, yeah, we didn't do the logo because of XYZ reason. But it's definitely really interesting. Hold on, I'm getting buzzed on my phone. Okay. Anyway, what song is this anyway? I don't even... some crazy song. But anyway, so NFL Blitz, I gotta change this song because it's just like putting me in this weird 80s guitar solo mode. It's just driving me nuts. Here we go. This is good. Have you ever been in a relationship and she looked at you and said to you, I don't want to be a part of this relationship anymore? Is it possible that you're not going to find true love until first you love yourself? I have no clue what I'm talking about right now. I'm just getting into the mood of this music. Anyway, NFL Blitz is more confirmed than it's ever been confirmed, and thank you so much for hanging out on this quick live stream with me. The only question that remains, when can we expect an announcement? My guess is SDCC 2022 at the end of the week. San Diego Comic-Con. Is it coming as soon as now? Will we be seeing the NFL Blitz announcement? That's interesting. NFL Blitz announcement at San Diego Comic-Con in July for release in November. Is that what's going on? That's right. I'm doing my Dr. Laura. And you can call me anytime you like. If you'd like to leave a voicemail message and have it played on the show, we can talk about your love for Arcade1up. That's right. NFL Blitz is a cabinet that's going to be coming out later this year, and I know you're going to buy it because you want something in your life that also gives love back to you. And that's the real reason we all love Arcade1up cabinets. They never say, be quiet. They never say, that's annoying. They never say, you're being too loud. They only say, I love you too. And that is why we enjoyed this product. It's not the nostalgia. It's not the game. It's not the cabinet. It's the love. It's the love that this cabinet reaches into your heart and holds and pulls out, just like a fatality in Mortal Kombat. It squeezes your soul until you can't breathe anymore. And then we say, thank you. Thank you very much. I love you. Garage Gamer, good morning to you too. Blitz can fill a hole in your life. There we go. Did you know that Blitz can fill that precious hole in your life? Just call now and donate $3,000 to the cause. And you too can feel special. Anyway, yeah, is it a 17-inch BOE? That's what I was wondering. For those of you that stuck around, 10 of you left. That monitor does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. From this angle, that monitor does look good. So, will the NFL Blitz have a BOE monitor in it? That will be the debate for the century. All right, guys, that's enough for me. You've enjoyed me way too much. Good morning to you too, Al. How you doing? I'm not creepy at all. All right, guys. All right. Matthew McConaughey. All right. See you guys. Have a good day. Take care.